Hey y'all, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you are new here or you've stumbled upon my page, I hope that you'll check me out and then consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're at it, you might as well hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time your girl drops a new video. I'm EVE and this is The Effect. Alright you guys, so I wanted to come on today and share some new goodies in my collection that I have not formally introduced you to. So say hello to the newbies of my collection. But before we get into my full bottles, I do want to highlight, I'm going to call them 3 honorable mentions. Now these are decants of fragrances that I've gotten and I have thoroughly enjoyed that I feel like are full bottle worthy. Alright, so we've got Sherwood from Memo Paris. Then we have Moon Glory from The Harmonist. And then Venom Incarnate from Stefan Humbert Lucas. So one thing I'm going to say about me that I am highly proud of myself for is that I've been diving head deep into sampling this year. When I first started my fragrance journey, I was heavy into sampling and then I kind of veered away from that and I dipped into the blind buying pool, but everything is highly expensive now, so I don't want to like blind buy a fragrance that I end up just hating off top. So I'm very proud of the fact that I've been doing a lot of sampling this year, y'all. A lot. And half the samples that I've gone through, I haven't even mentioned them on my channel. But these 3 are definitely worth mentioning and definitely worth getting a full-size bottle of, in my opinion. I will say of the 3, my most favorite was Venom Incarnate, and that was a heavy surprise for me. If you guys remember, I did a video of some samples that I got sent over from the lovely Miss Jessie, and she sent me a sample of that, and then shortly after that video dropped, she sent me a surprise of, I don't know, I think this is a 20 ml bottle, a decant, of Venom Incarnate. And as much as I tried to nurse this baby so I can hold on to it for as long as possible, I finally got through it. But I definitely want to pick up a full-size bottle of that come this fall. As well as Sherwood from Memo. That is a beautiful, it's a creamy sandalwood scent. It's got some spice to it too. And then Moon Glory from The Harmonist. That's a beautiful scent as well, but it reminds me of something that I already have, Ombre Magique, in my collection, so I'm not really in a rush to grab that, but it's definitely full bottle worthy in my opinion. I will also mention another one from The Harmonist, Yin Transformation. That's supposed to be a summertime type of freshy scent. I liked it on paper. I actually liked it on first whiff when I first sprayed it on my skin, but as that developed on my skin, it got super powdery, super soapy, super powdery. It smelled like I had deodorant like all over my body. I only keep deodorant under my armpits, so Yin Transformation is a no, but the others, 2 thumbs up. All right, so now to the real deal Holyfield, okay? So speaking of Jessica, she sent me this lovely care package. I was just so excited about this decant that I saw. But that was not the only thing that she surprised me with, y'all. This first fragrance, Ruby Naga from Stefan Humbert Lucas. Yes, 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 I know. This was also featured in that video of the samples, and it was love at first sniff for me. Love at first sniff. This is like a buttery smooth, powdery, slightly nutty vanilla fragrance, y'all. And when I say I am uberly in love with this, so gorgeous, it's so refined. So I'm definitely reserving this for more of a special occasion type of scent for me. Now, for whatever reason, Jess was not feeling this for herself, so she gifted me her bottle, and I'm just so thankful, okay? This is not going to waste, and I am definitely going to nurse this. I can't really tell how much is left in here, but the feel of the bottle still feels pretty substantial, so whatever it is, I'm going to nurse it until the last drop. So thank you so much, Jessica, for gifting me this. You did not have to do that, because this is not a cheap fragrance at all, okay? But absolutely love, and this is a new addition to my collection by way of Jessica. So again, Jessica, thank you so much for this. Okay, so staying on the vanilla train, if you caught my last vlog, then you got a sneak peek already to this next fragrance, but I am uberly excited to finally say I have it in my hands. Angelique Noir from Guerlain. Y'all know how much I have been talking this up. I am utterly in love. This is another special vanilla. There's just something I don't even know if special is the word, because it's just top tier vanilla for me. It's the uniqueness of it all. It's the beauty of it all. It's just the longevity of it all. I can't give enough descriptive words to express how much I am in love with this vanilla fragrance, and to express how much I am happy to finally have this in my collection. I'm just over the moon about this, and I can't talk this up enough. I am in love, as you guys can probably tell. So I'm not gonna stop going on and on, but all right, so in my blog, I also shared another fragrance that is new to my collection, and this is Pink Me Up from Atelier des Ors. Now, this is my first bottle from the brand, and you guys, I'm smitten. This bottle is absolutely gorgeous. Not only does it have a pink gradient vibe, which I am feeling 100%, but it has some gold flakes in here that just adds to the aesthetic of the bottle. Absolutely beautiful. But the look of the bottle is gorgeous, but so is the juice, you guys. This is a fruity, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's fruity, it's bright, it's slightly airy. And I kind of get that because it has like a fizzy, fuzzy feel. I believe there is a note of champagne, which I was kind of nervous about that, because there was another fragrance in the YouTube community that was super popular that I just could not get with, and that was Dom Rosa from Liquid Imaginaire. That had a champagne note, and it was an immediately no for me. I didn't understand why everybody was so in love with that scent. I couldn't get with it. But in this fragrance, I definitely can. I'm smitten. This is so pretty. So very pretty and very appropriate for this time. Summertime vibe, summertime daytime vibe. Yes, absolutely love this. Is this a groundbreaking scent? Absolutely not. It's not. You've probably smelled something similar to this, but this one just has a special flair. Maybe because it's blended so pretty. It's not screechy. It's not over the top at all. It's just perfect. This next one. I have talked your head off about this fragrance for a minute, okay? I kept saying, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I finally got it, okay? Let me just stop playing. Afternoon Swim from Louis Vuitton. Y'all! Okay, so you guys know that I went to St. Bart's this summer, and I picked this up, okay? I have absolutely no regrets of securing this bottle. It was due time for me to have this. Oh my gosh. So you all know that I've talked up Tangerine Boy, and when I first sniffed Tangerine Boy, it immediately reminded me of this in the opening, okay? But as Tangerine Boy dries down, it goes into a separate direction. This one stays, that for me, it stays in that fresh, juicy mandarin vibe, y'all. This has been on my mind for a long time. And so being on vacation, this was the perfect reason, the perfect setting, honestly, to pick this up. So you guys know that Louis Vuitton has gone up in price. So here in the US, I believe before taxes, these are now $300, okay? So with tax, it's a lot more. It's about like $323 or $325, something like that. This, if I'm not mistaken, was $260. I don't remember because I don't have the receipt in front of me, but I'll put it up on the screen. But I definitely knew that I had to pick this up while I was over there because it was just the price of the fragrance and I didn't have to concern myself with tax. So the only thing that I needed to be concerned about, if anything, was just a conversion rate. So I'll put that on the screen as well. But I definitely came out cheaper getting this in St. Bart's versus here. So not only am I happy to have this in my collection, I'm also happy that I purchased this at a cheaper amount than I would have had I got this from my local Louis Vuitton. So my only slight regret is not picking up, there's another fragrance, Over the Stars or In the Stars. To me, that fragrance, as well as Afternoon Swim, it just encompassed the vibe of St. Bart's to a T. Like the weekend that we had out there, it was just, it perfectly described like the feels, the vibes that we had for that weekend. So I'm definitely happy about this. I'm thinking about eventually adding the other one to my collection. Not in a rush because I'm definitely excited about this one. But that other one, if I had to say that I had a slight regret, it would probably be not picking that one up as well. So afternoon swim, you guys. I finally got it in the collection and I couldn't be happier. So the last couple of years, this next fragrance has had the limelight. I've heard this being talked about quite a bit, but I wasn't really checking for it like that. But for whatever reason, the last 2 or 3 months, it's piqued my interest, okay? So when I finally saw it on sale off of Max Aroma, I decided, why not? Let me go ahead and pick it up. And this is Stricnina from Quinto Canto. Now, I believe this is the sister brand to Tiziana Terenzi, and I definitely can tell, okay? I definitely can tell. And you probably can tell by the reaction of my face because my face tells it all most of the time. It's not a love for me. I do like it. I do like it a lot more than when I first got this in my possession, but it's not a love for me. And I think it's because I had expectations of something else. When I sniffed this, when I initially sniffed this, it reminded me of, I thought of it as Andromeda with a little bit of Tibet and some red berries thrown in there. That's what I got initially. And I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping for something a little different. This also has that very prominent TT musky DNA. It's almost like you just threw a Halloween costume on top of this fragrance and I just got to take the costume off and bam, it's another TT fragrance. So maybe that's it. I don't know, you guys, but it's a nice fragrance, but it just smells like something that I've already come across. So yeah, for that reason, it's not a love, it's a like, but it's new to my collection. Okay, so the last addition to my collection is Bon Bon Pop from the House of Food. You guys, look at this bottle. It is so beautiful and whimsical. I love how they did this. So let's take it just a couple videos back. You guys know I featured my very first egg. And that was Empathy. And if you haven't watched that video, I will have it linked up above as well for you to check it out. But I was underwhelmed with that fragrance. I still have that fragrance and I'm working with it, but I was underwhelmed. I am so happy to say that this has definitely redeemed it for me for the house. I'm in love, okay? If you can't tell, I am in love. So this has some coconut that I definitely get some coconut. It has peach, it has bergamot, but I also feel it has a spicy note in here. And the spiciness that I get, I want to say saffron? Like, dare I say saffron? I did take a peek at the notes of this and I didn't see saffron listed, but I am getting some kind of spiciness with that coconut. And the reason why I feel that way is because it kind of reminds me a little bit of the way that the coconut and saffron is done in Blue Heart. So the coconut and saffron and Blue Heart is kind of the vibe that I'm getting in here. But this also has musk. It also gives me like a balsamic feel as well. So it's got some ambery notes in here. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful and a stunner of a fragrance. Now, I am kind of uncertain if I want to continue exploring this house, but I am happy that this one has redeemed it for me for the house. But you guys, all the good things that you are hearing about this fragrance, it's very much so true. This is a beauty. And so I would definitely highly recommend that you try this one out. So definitely happy to have this in my collection. And I cannot wait to start wearing this as we near the end of summer and head into fall. I really think this is going to work beautifully in the fall too, since it is that ambery feel. So good. So, all right, you guys. So those are the newbies that have been added to my collection. Let's call it between May and July. So if you've gotten something new for the summertime, was it a bust or was it an absolute love? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay? If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time I upload a new video. All right? So until the next time, you guys, I will definitely see you on the next one.